What's good, Taurus? TT here. We're going to get your channeled message. Before we get started with the tarot reading, I'm going to directly channel whatever messages come through. So if y'all are new, welcome to our love nest. And if you're returning, welcome back. Let's jump right into these channel messages. All right. So either you, Taurus, I'm hearing gang gang. Okay. So there's some gang mentality here. So either you have been affiliated with a gang or you have dealt with someone that has a history of criminal activity. That's what I'm picking up here. Since I heard gang gang. This is also a mentality connected to transactional love. Okay, transactional love is also correlated to gang energy. So I do this for you, reciprocity. I expect this back from return. Whether you want to or want to be in the relationship or not, I invest in the relationship. I'm expected to receive something back in return. If you are a part of any type of like brotherhood, sisterhood of the Waverly Pants, I don't fucking know. If you are a messenger for the other side, I'm also seeing someone's father may have been a messenger, like a priest or a pastor. Okay, this is also connected to that gang energy, right? You're in this group, you're in this community, and you guys are expected to have the loyalty, to protect the hive, right? So you protect the nucleus. Oftentimes it's like women and children in the middle, and then it's the congregation, or it's the pastor, and then it's the congregation, and then it becomes like this thing that radiates. No, don't do that. It radiates outward and outward and outward, and it becomes like a vibration. Everyone agrees. Okay, it's like hive energy. It's also giving me the ant energy as well. There's been a lot of secrets, criminal activity, and when you grow up in these types of secret groups, you grew up with this type of warrior energy as well. That is also giving me that goon energy too. So I'm picking up on goon energy as well. So you may correlate with the Orishas, okay? With this type of conditioning in your subconscious mind, right? Because Spirit is showing me the brain. When you have this type of conditioning in your subconscious mind, what happens is it transfers over into relationships, okay? So here we have relationships that it's difficult to move on once you have synced in a way of agreement where it's like, I got your back, you got my back. We have this gang type of mentality, and I'm using the word gang. It may be very triggering, but it all is correlated. That's what Spirit is showing me. It's just there's levels to it. There's lower levels to it, and then there's higher levels to it. Higher level looks like what I told you: mass congregation, mass media, so forth, so forth. But on a micro level, how this transfers over is, I expect you to show up for me in a relationship. I expect you to stay with me no matter what, even when it's bad. You hold me down and that's where you get that ride or die energy as well. So these are some of the patterns and conditions that the collective that I'm currently communicating to today have been ancestrally breaking. So this is the ancestral patterns that you have been working very diligently to not repeat. And there's a difficult thing here because once you're on the outside of that group, that community, that gang, and you want to walk a straight and narrow, it can cause an emotion, and that emotion is tied to guilt. You may feel guilt around having to out certain people out, especially in those types of environments. Saying this truth, speaking on the truth, you're already considered a rat, right? like I said, rat is a correlated to the gang energy, but from the level of community, you're considered a whistleblower. From the level of politics, it's a whistleblower. From the level of group and family community, you're considered like an op, okay, a sellout, brainwash. So there's so many things that at this level of consciousness ties you to. And then think about from that nucleus. So now first you start with yourself in the middle. So now you're no longer having this groupthink mentality where you're saying family and children in the middle, and then you externalize it out. Now you're saying, you're doing the total opposite by saying, no, I'm putting me in the middle. I'm putting me as the cup. I am the person that deserves to be put first. And now you're pretty much folding the entire infrastructure inside out. And so you're going to be rejected, scrutinized, looked at as you don't deserve to be protected, right? You don't deserve to have people that look out for you or want to see you do better, because you wrote yourself out of that inheritance. You wrote yourself when you decided to take off that mask, or you decided to put yourself first. It's also considered very selfish to put yourself first. So this pain that you're feeling is a direct symptom that's correlated to the gang mentality. Okay, Spirit. Wow, like how deep does this really go? The rabbit hole is just going for me right now. So when you try to really pick yourself back up and like refurbish yourself, or you meet someone that's also going through that same journey and they are struggling with being themselves, you have a tendency to now want to trauma bond with people, and still that same gang mentality, that same parasite is still controlling your actions and calling in and attracting new familiar energy just the same way as that. What's happening is, now instead of you holding on to your toxic family, you're trauma bonding in a way where they too know what it's like to feel exercised. So it's like you guys could talk for hours. Y'all can resonate for hours about how, yeah, I know what it's like to be, alone, kicked out from a gang or a family or a group of people, and we're all out here trying to figure out how to get where we're going. You can fall in love with that type of bond, right? Now, whoever you're connecting with, the question becomes like, oh my God, me too. Like, I was definitely in the same position. My toxic family. And now you're talking and you're divulging. Remember, you're still talking to a criminal mind, okay? Once a criminal mind, always a criminal mind. You yourself have to realize that the moment that you step outside of that criminal mentality, you are forever working to keep that from coming back, because it has already become aware, like a shadow, that you possess a great host. You are a wonderful host. You're going to always be a wonderful host for ride or die energy. People are always going to be able to see that on you, because like a shadow, it's going to be the energy that follows you around. So it's an everyday lifestyle. I promise you. The moment that you neglect that responsibility to continuously cleanse your energy, and not feed your mind, because mind you, the moment that you feed your mind a movie, right? Let's just talk about a movie, because this is the fastest way. Visual aid is the fastest way to tap into your subconscious realm, which is where everything manifests from. So if in your subconscious realm, here you have, let's say you watch something as simple as, I don't know, Mission Impossible, right? You watch Mission Impossible, and now all of a sudden that same criminal mind, that same gang mentality, that same ride or die energy is back in your subconscious mind. Now, how do you become aware of it? You don't even know that's a third party in your subconscious mind doing its own thing. It's like you feel this desire. Like, I know I don't want that. I want to look for something better. But now that other person has fallen in love with you. That other person is invested in your life. That other person is invested in you because they have seen your ability to synchronize with group think, to synchronize with the criminal mind. Pinky and the brain energy. Brain is always looking for Pinky. Pinky is always looking for brain. You feel me? And then when two Pinkies get together, ooh, take the wheel, Lord. So in this type of paradigm, the sacred journey is not a one and done. Oh, I'm on it. I'm doing it. I made up my mind. I'm done with that person. It is a conscious effort to make new agreements each and every single day, reaffirm new agreements each and every single day. So what I see here is the spirit is making you aware that you have attracted a criminal. Yes, you have. So we're going to put this here. You have attracted a criminal. You have attracted what I would call gang energy. And you, Taurus, you have to understand, you are a bull. You are gang energy. You understand? So this possessive energy around the stability and the infrastructure of what you want to see and how you want to see it produced. You could be so in love with someone and you want to control them. You could be so in love with someone and then now all of a sudden it's overbearing, you know? And I feel like that energy is present. We're going to pull a couple. We're going to set it into 3. I feel like that energy is present because you need to know that this is personality traits. These are conditions that not just were given to you, but also it's in your energy. And if you have a lot of Taurus in your chart, oh man, bless your heart. Through and through. Through and through. When you decide that you're in love with someone, oh, you just open the doors of like possessiveness. Okay. Now, Truant, I really feel like water signs and fire sign placements in Venus are the most possessive, especially water. But ultimately, with earth energy, you don't even have to have water in your chart. With earth energy, this is why you hear so many people, especially Tauruses, say like snatching souls and stuff like that, because it's otherworldly. It's like once you're in, you're locked in. Okay, it can get real possessive. Territory. I'm stingy with my love. Ooh, baby. The soulmates in reverse. So we're gonna put that there. Spirit, what's your channel message to Taurus? So I feel like a lot of you guys in the past were doing a lot of physical changes. Changing your names, changing passwords, doing big chops, changing your clothes, doing a lot of external changes to shift this energy. But the external changes were temporary placebos, band-aids. The real change has to come from your subconscious mind. In order to get yourself to talk to yourself differently, think differently, move differently, believe differently, you got to explore what's in that noggin. And I don't mean in the logical side, in the logical realm where you're aware of. I'm talking about the aspects you don't even realize exist. So a lot of times you'll see Spirit will take us there, right? And they'll find that little thing dangling in the back of your head, and then we'll flick it. And then what happens? You become triggered. And then what happens from there? You become aware that this is an area. And now you can correlate and see. Now the receptors are going off. These are my limitations. So when you're releasing yourself from a limiting belief system, the first emotion that you're going to go through, I feel guilty. I feel so bad. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Oh my God. So now you're spinning your wheels, you're spinning your gears, and it's all stemming from the process of removing and moving on from limiting belief systems, especially what? Gang energy. Group think energy. So there's this period of, you know what? I don't need love. Okay? I don't need love. It's just me. I don't even do groups. I'm solo. TT, I'm solo. I don't even do groups. I don't even care to have friends. That's great. You don't need to have friends to still have that belief system roaming around in your subconscious realm. It doesn't require a community. It's there by design. So the only way to work with that energy and to move it about in a way that works for you rather than against you is to have uncomfortable conversations that we will be having on this channel. All right. Dust yourself off and try again, right? Get back out there and you love again. Those connections are going to show you, hey, listen, I may just have this little thing inside of me that just can't help. I can't leave them alone. Some of y'all, the dope boy turns you on. Some of y'all, the bad girls, bad boys turn you on. Some of you guys, you're associating it with the type that dresses a certain way, looks a certain way, walks a certain way. But you would be very surprised. It's at the top of the high value list down to the most bottom of the bottomest pit. It does not discriminate. This is third order. This is the third dimension. Everything is gang gang. Everyone, what do you subscribe to? What's your race? What's your nationality? Where you come from? What team do you like? Do you like football? What football do you like? That energy is always present. We just don't acknowledge it as that. We can't see the criminal assets that are benefited from us engaging in that type of Hunger Game mentality. We can't see it. Why? Because we like those pleasures. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with indulging in those pleasures. What I'm saying is, if you're going to be an aware manifestor, it's going to start by you becoming comfortable with knowing what exists inside of you. So this way, as you move about your everyday life, you don't feel guilty. The objective here is not to feel guilty, right? Which is an emotion or a symptom to an experience or a trigger from an experience. But man, guilt is one of the things you don't want to get stuck in the energy of guilt, because that's going to take you right back to the underworld. The moment that guilt hits you, boom, you watch a little video and it made you tear up in the eye, and now you're like, oh my God. Now you're sitting in the emotion. Now your body's absorbing it, and just that quick you descend back to earth, back to hell. And then at that moment, all eyes on you, because this is a vibration. I feel like you're in the process of shifting, raising your vibration. You're already doing it. Okay. So why does energy have to keep coming back and forth, you ask? So Spirit's saying, a lot of y'all are asking, well, why does the past keep having to come back around? Why is it that, what is it that I'm not getting? I'm hearing so many questions. Y'all been putting in emails spiritually, okay? And the divine has got a lot of answers for you guys. Free will. What you have to understand, a lot of people want to say, oh, this is God's plan. God has full autonomy and control over me. But God is saying, no, I have duplicated myself. You're an expression of me, baby. I put my spirit inside of me. So how do you place the blame on the divine and exclude yourself out of the makeup, out of the decision, right? From the moment that spark of existence was created, that decision of what you were going to wear, who you were going to be, the hardships and everything like that, it's uncomfortable when the divine has to remind us that this is a part of it. Your free will plays a role. So what does the divine do? Takes you on a journey. You started to come here, and before you came, the divine said, hey, it's going to be painful, right? It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to really feel as if that's the real life. But when you come back here with me every night and we have that conversation, I'm going to help you sort out the day. I'm going to help you sort out the discomforts of what happened earlier that day. And then you're going to return back over there, and you're not going to even know that we had this conversation. But I'm going to send you signs and synchronicities, and I'm going to let you know that was me talking to you. So even when you think you're rebelling, you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Even when you think that you're going against the grain, you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. Even when you think that you have full control of what you want and will not allow, you're being reminded, yes, you do. And for the season of time where you resist this entire experience, you also wrote that into your contract too. So there's no, there's no one to blame. At any given moment, many of you that I'm speaking to, you're awake. You're not asleep. And sometimes you fall back into that sleep state and you go through an experience and you have another awakening. And then there are divine beings here that remind you that you are chosen for great things and not to give up. And so many have been placed all over the world, all over your radio stations, all over your technology, reluctantly doing exactly that, reminding you of why you woke up to begin with, right? Because the season of of just expecting the information to just be there when you wake up one day, like all that is good, because I feel like there's this condescending energy of it's like, oh my God, why does it have to be so difficult? Why can't I just wake up and just know it? Y'all are the generation of vessels that struggled with that program, right? Of learning, inculcating, repetition. The 80s didn't really give that much of a hard time. But y'all 90s babies and in that crossbreed, the in-betweeners, that whole idea of rote learning, repetition, memorizing stuff, y'all repel that, okay? By design, you repel that. And you did fake it till you make it. I don't know it. I'm going to use context clues. Context clues going to help me find it. I'm going to keep looking until it appears. And so that criminal mind brought you here to this moment where now you're having to actually inculcate some stuff. You're having to be a reform criminal. A reform. And don't say, oh, I'm not no criminal. Okay. You ain't never lied on the resume. We're not going to, Spirit said don't do it. Criminal minds. It took a criminal mind to get you this far because your entire generation was deprived from the skills, rote learning, and traditional values of your predecessors, okay? Your predecessors, is it predecessors? Hold on, I gotta find out. Because I heard predecessors. But what is a predecessor? That's how I be knowing I'm channeling. What is a predecessor? It's a console game. One that precedes, especially a person who has previously occupied a position or office to which another has succeeded. Archaic, ancestor, predecessor. Okay, I didn't even know that was a fucking word and it actually meant something. Okay, anyway, so pretty much, yes, they were more disciplined, astute, studious, and y'all was more like, man, I ain't got time for all of that. Tell me where I gotta go to get it. I'll learn it on the way. I gotta have a what degree? I gotta have this. I don't need all that. I got it. I already know it. I remember. And it's like, where did you study? Where did you go? You went to Yale or Hale? A little bit of both. So yes, there is a lot of intellect that you missed out on, but it's still your responsibility to catch up on it. You just chose to catch up on it as a late bloomer. You thought you bloomed early because you went through the hard not life path. You went through life lessons path, and you thought you were going to skip over the part where you sit your ass down and you commit something to memory. And I said, no, I don't need to do none of that. And this is why you have certain people on their journey where they'll go back to school and they'll be in their late 50s, 60s. It's all late bloomer energy. And it's not that it's late, you're on time, but you needed to acquire a level of skill, life skills for a particular reason. And I feel like the reason why you needed to learn that first is because that's going to be your first, you're going to be able to communicate to the next, those that will succeed you. You're going to be able to communicate directly to them. So a lot of your soul tribe really going to be younger than you. This is how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, the Two of Swords just wants to come out. So I feel like you recently have come to the awareness that there are a lot of things that you didn't want to see that you have forced yourself to see. So kudos to you, because Spirit is acknowledging how you have been pouring into yourself on a regular basis, and you've been rebuilding your fort every time people knock it down. You're like, jacket on, jacket off. Y'all are really doing the work, and you're making strategic investments, and you're not thirsty, because this is telling me that you are like you have offers coming in, but you're like, oh, I already did it. And so your ancestors and spiritual team was like, what? You already poured the glass this morning? You already read that book? You already, yeah, I did. So I'm telling you, you have you got a little ahead of yourself, okay? Because they wanted certain people to come into your life, and it was going to access it, but you're such in a hurry. You did some shit fast, and now you at the finish line. Some of y'all have to wait at the finish line, and it's like because you're waiting for everybody to catch up to you. No problem. That's okay. So now you're waiting on some people to catch up to you, and they have to go through their awakening, and they have to figure some shit out. And it's like you're just at the finish line, sitting there, okay? But you are about to be the giver and not the beggar. They're gonna need you. I heard when something gets shut down, they're gonna need you. When the world gets shut down again, they're gonna need you. They're gonna come to you for not. Then they're gonna be like, oh my God. You know how when those kids be hard-headed and they don't want to listen and they just want to talk back, we let them go. And then what's gonna happen is, because you already skipped through so many pages, you're at the end of the book, or you're at a major milestone of the book, okay? And so people still got to read chapters 1 through 6, and you're on chapter 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're moving, and so you have placed yourself strategically at a position where the right frequency is going to come towards you. But I feel like to keep your heart safe, you took your heart out your body. And so you're going to notice that it's not that you don't love, or it's not that you're not capable of love. You just, instead of wearing it on your sleeve, instead of walking around with it and always needing your cup filled, you put that bitch with a creature that can nobody touch it. You see what I'm saying? Literally, the dolphin is bringing you your own fucking emotions. The dolphin. It's gonna take something magnificent for you to know, oh, there goes my feelings. There goes my feelings. There goes my emotions. I almost forgot. How do you find that? That's archaic. But here's what I'm saying. Somebody was already seeing it a long time ago. What you didn't know is that someone had already saw that you were placing it somewhere safe. So they sought out to develop themselves in a way that would allow them to be worthy on a vibrational level to receive your love. So yes, there is someone that is coming towards you. And they're fighting off negative thoughts and projections as well. Okay, I heard gang gang. Okay, listen. This is someone. Why am I picking up Lil Wayne energy? Never out of love. How to love for a minute. Someone's like, I'm about to dust myself off. I'm about to clean myself up. I'm about to be a reform criminal. Let me out the pen, okay? Let me out. You ain't seen nothing yet, Taurus. Yes, you finna have this person's love, they kids, someone saying, wait, Six of Pentacles. Ooh, they saying back and forth. What? This person ain't gonna come back and forth with you and play around with you. What I see happening here is someone is about to place themselves in a position. They watched other people come towards you and they're like, oh, nah, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna come at Taurus this way and be rejected. I wouldn't want her or him to accept me in this position, even if they would, even if they could. So this person is, they gonna make the decision real easy for you, because when you see this person again, they done been through the trenches, they done evolved, they done got so much shit like wiser to the point where now look at that, both of y'all in a position. This is what you call two pinkies, two brains. Y'all is this person aging backwards like fine fucking wine. Y'all. This person watched people beg for something from you, from love for you. And this person was like, nope. So they waited until those passed. What you're going to admire about this person they're not asking people to bow down to them. They're not asking people to kiss their feet. They're not asking people to like pour their love out. Like this person is not saying to you like, oh, I need you to prove to me that you love me and pour out all your love and X, Y, and Z. This is someone that's giving from their heart freely. It makes them happy. And one thing that you're going to respect about this person, Taurus, is the fact that their love is not conditional. They're not in competition with how much you know or don't know. They genuinely love you to infinity and beyond. I've seen someone may have cut off their dreads. I'm seeing someone cut off their dreads. They've really been like detoxing. They've been offered love from many different people and stuff like that. Dang. I feel like when you see this person, they're going to be like, they're extremely generous. I don't know. It's like they may be like passing out food to the homeless. They're doing like nice things. But they're not going to approach you like trying to get back with you. They're just genuinely, they have like a genuine pure heart. That's what I'm sensing here. Like, let's say, for example, this is a blended family type of situation, because we have the 10 of Cups here, right? This is blended family. It's like whether it's your kids, their kids, or whether it's the dog or the house, this person has a big heart. And that's also what this person knows about you. That there's no question in this person's mind. They're not questioning whether or not they would ever want to be with you. This person's going to let their actions speak louder than their words. But they are watching you. And they are, they are happy that you let them go whenever you did, because it was the best thing to do. I feel like this is a reformed gangster or something, a reformed criminal. That's what I'm seeing here. They could have been a hothead and nothing that you were doing. They had to go through some spiritual lessons. This person could have 2 children. They had to deal with disappointments in their own relationship, family, and things like that. But they letting it go. And I feel like this person gonna meet you at the altar. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. They gonna want to marry you from the dough. Oh, Taurus, yes. You got love here. I see you observing your offers very wisely, and this person is going to do something. And I see you like, wait a minute. You see these 2 queens? And the first one, she is studying it very closely. All right? It's coming to her. And then this one, it's like, oh, this is like, I remember when I was just, it's like her facial expression is saying, I remember when the Page of Cups, she's having a Page of Cups experience. I remember when I had this, like something blue, you know? I don't know why I'm hearing we Tom. I remember when I was just young. This could be a seashell or something. Just, it's something so small that probably wouldn't mean anything to nobody, but it's like a memory, like an Anastasia moment, you know, when she's like, I can't explain it, but I just remember this necklace, or, you know, I just remember something that's just so special. Yeah. One thing about this person, they're not a fighter. One thing you respect about this person with the 5 of Wands, they're a lover. They are not a fighter. All right, whoever this person is, they are a lover. They are not a fighter. And with the Sun in reverse, it's the type of love where no matter what you do, no matter what they do, it's like y'all have this type of, we will always be together, even if you were ever with someone else. There's never no love lost type of energy. Know what I'm talking about? But the journey of a criminal mind, the journey of a gangster, is you will go through the season of having to eradicate it all out of yourself in order to determine what you deserve from a healthy standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Malcolm X had to eradicate the gangster out of him, but then he became a refurbished gangster and signed up for the gangster Muslim path. It's still a gangster energy. But he a reformed gangster. I'm done. So you got something. You got love. Must be love on the brain. Got me feeling this way. It's coming. It's coming. Little do you know that's your baby boy. Someone's a prodigal child, but they coming back to God, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.